Things at Tesla Giga Berlin are going really fast. Look, in just 2 years, Elon Musk pulled up the Tesla plant in Brandenburg. The problem is, to this day, there is still no final approval for Tesla Giga Berlin. Now, the decision is to be made with consequences for the entire region. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Hareyan from TorqueNews.com. Zeit.de has published an interesting story about the speed of Tesla Giga Berlin, saying the entrance to Germany's currently most interesting construction site is bleak, referring to Giga Berlin. You come in via the west side, past the toilet block, and a desolate stairwell. Everything is gray. So this is the place that electrifies so many people. The Tesla Giga Berlin factory in the sand of Brandenburg. It says in the sand because this used to be a sand area on the top of which was an artificial forest. It has only been 2 years since the US entrepreneur Elon Musk stood on a stage in Berlin and announced where his company's large European plant was to be built. In the Berlin area, strictly speaking, the Gigafactory Berlin Brandenburg, as Tesla calls the factory, is being built in a Brandenburg town called Grünheide with a population of 9,000 people in southeast Berlin. The news was a sensation at the time, and Elon Musk kind of said that everything would go very well quickly from now on. Originally, the first car was supposed to roll off the assembly line in the summer of 2021. Most of them reacted with disbelief or amusement to this announcement. How is that supposed to work, to set up such a factory, huge factory in the Brandenburg forest in 2 years? In Germany, where building a section of the motorway can take decades, or building the Berlin airport can take the decades, where just one approval procedure for a small construction site can quickly eat up a few years, and then also near Berlin, where the airport, like I said, Tesla hasn't started mass production of its cars at the Giga Berlin site yet. And yet, with just a few months of delay, it could actually happen in the next few weeks. Then Elon Musk could have successfully demonstrated to the country of car makers how to build a car factory out of nowhere in a very short time. You understand the tricks behind it when you enter the Tesla construction site. You can see the wheel behind it when you visit Brandenburg's Mr. Tesla, Economics Minister Jörg Steinbach from the SPD said, and you can feel the resistance when you visit local residents. For example, the Billy family from Freimring. Your protest probably just didn't help. A greeting from Claudia and Andreas on the factory wall. Good luck, says that greeting. Journalists who want, first of all, I want to make it clear, I personally don't believe in luck and don't like to use that word, because as a Christian, we don't believe that anything happens by luck or by chance. So let's move on. Journalists who want to go to the Tesla Giga Berlin factory have to ask permissions for a long time. A factory visit is only possible after months of research in and around Grünheide. Tesla operates, to put it mildly, cautious public relations. The conditions for this visit to the plant are also unusual. The Zeit's visit to the plant. Everything is allowed to be described, but it is said that you should not mention anyone by name, let alone cite them. Why? Those are the guidelines. Please, no discussion. Well, 2 years ago, I was on an automotive business trip in Germany, and I noticed this strictness in other companies like Porsche and Volkswagen. We couldn't take any pictures, we couldn't show any faces. Looks like those are some EU rules as well of privacy, and I respect them. So this is not only a Tesla thing, friends. Now, you quickly notice how it happens that Tesla has become a company that is admired by many people, but also feared by some. Then without quotes, it's getting a bit sterile now, but it fits the work and the mood here. At first glance, it has to be said, the impressions is overwhelming. For example, for the machine called GigaPress, which a sweating fitter is currently working on. Or rather, he is sitting on the floor with a red head, his back against the wall, his legs stretched far from him. He takes a short breath. The GigaPress, a giant, perhaps 10 meters tall, will later melt aluminum at 700 degrees and then press half a car from it under 6,100 tons of pressure. The machine can produce the entire underbody of a car in just 3 minutes. 2 of these systems are already here at Giga Berlin, and there should be a total of 8, as I've reported previously. At Tesla, time is everything. That becomes immediately clear. A whole car should be completed in around 10 hours. That is an announcement. Volkswagen, for example, needs more than 30 hours for this. The Gigafactory Berlin-Brandenburg, that much in advance, is by no means finished. Nevertheless, the company wants to announce the start of production soon. As we said, time is everything. So let's look at some numbers. Giga Berlin, there should 12,000 people should work at Tesla at the beginning of Giga Berlin. 500,000 cars per year are initially planned. By the way, looks like Gigafactory Shanghai is reaching about 600,000 cars per year starting next year or end of this year. And 814 objections are already in place against Tesla's Giga Berlin project. There is only one problem. It is still unclear whether the factory will even be allowed to start work. The project still has to be approved by the authorities. The final approval is pending. Musk has set the pace. With provisional permits, he had the forest cleared and the factory pulled up, to the annoyance of conservationists and local residents. 814 objections to the building project were received by the responsible state office for the environment. The Tesla opponents fear, among other things, negative effects on the water supply in the region. Elon Musk defied the German sensitivities with an American do-it-yourself pose and just left with like that site mentions luck. According to the Minister of the Environment, reports and documents are available from authorities, but also from Tesla itself. In any case, everyone involved is expecting a decision in the next few weeks. In order to be so fast, Tesla has taken a high risk, friends. If the approval is not granted, the company would have to have the plant dismantled at its own expense. And when Tesla started building Giga Berlin, Tesla has invested 100 million euros for this purpose. But even opponents of the project consider this unlikely. So if the positive decision comes as expected, the Giga Berlin's final approval, Tesla would only have to officially report the operation and should start after a 14-day period. Then the first cars could be delivered. Now keep this in mind. Once the final permit comes, Tesla should start after a 14-day period, 1-4. But how can it be that a car manufacturer produces its vehicles while the factory is still in the process of being built? On a tour of the plant, it becomes clear, because you simply produce on the construction site. While some machines are still being assembled, while some holes look like a shell, there are construction fences all over the factory and construction workers drill into the walls. Tesla employees rush through the area with auto parts in their hands. Bodies are painted and seats are installed. The test operation is running at Giga Berlin. And when you meet an employee in a conference room for a conversation, a construction worker bursts into the room as a matter of course. He climbs a ladder and tinkers with the ventilation shaft. Everything runs simultaneously here, they say. In fact, the first vehicles have already been assembled on a test basis in Grünheide. One of these models is now being driven up. A graffiti artist sprayed it on, and the Berlin Bear is emblazoned on the hood. Two men stand next to the car. They polish the body and rims. Time photographer is photographed there. Tesla wants to stage as a cool company. The main thing is to somehow attract attention. Friends, this report, I don't want to make it longer. There is second part of it, but I will make it a separate report, so look forward to it. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts about the process of Giga Berlin if you are well familiar with that. This is Armen Hareyan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla news. Ring the bell so you don't miss my coverage, and look forward for the next report on Giga Berlin coming later today.